Buddy, thank you for listening to another garage night with Craig and Corey, Bentley, the Bentley brothers. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Garage Night with Craig and Corey Bentley, the Bentley Bros. Usually we have a guest. Well, not usually. Sometimes we have a guest. We don't have a guest this week. The guest is you. You're going to sit with us. You're going to listen to us. You're not going to talk, though. This is the 1920s. You're going to sit at the dinner table. You're going to speak unless spoken to, or you're not going to speak unless spoken to. And we're just going to speak to you, and you can't speak back to us. You can send us messages, though. This is brought to you by Cole Street Brewery in Enumclaw, Washington. Wear your Full Buddy Cash shirt, get 15% off, or tag yourself there. 1627 Cole Street. Down the corner, I should know the address, but I don't. Bordeaux Wine Bar. Go in there, mention Full Buddy Cast, get $2 off your first drink. And then finally, go to Mazatlan in Enumclaw, order the Ken Chiladas, yell in Andy's face, and get yourself a discount. We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
What up, bros?
And we got Corey Bentley on the mic.
I'm here. Not for him, though.
These episodes, it's just like garage nights, just hanging out with the boys, cracking some beers, talking about dumb stuff, and that's what we usually do. Congratulations to the Mariners for making it to the postseason, but unfortunately knocked out. Unfortunately, when this is released, they've been knocked out.
Who'd they play?
They played the Houston Astros, unfortunately.
How many games?
It was 4 games. They got swept.
Ooh.
It was rough. It was rough. But hey, we knew who they were.
Yeah, always next year.
Always next year. Again, gave it up in the 9th inning every game. We had it the entire time until the 9th inning. Every one of those games, but got swept. Congratulations to the Houston Astros. A little depressed about that whole thing. It was rough. It was absolutely disgustingly rough. Yep. When you guys ask me these baseball questions, do you think I don't follow baseball? Like, who they play? Oh, yeah? Who else is in the wild card race?
No, we're actually just trying to see how bad that you were wrong.
Yeah.
No, I was completely right the whole time. Sucks. Unfortunately, it was last episode was awesome. This episode.
If you are right, I will admit underneath the release of this episode how good you are. Well, I doubt that's going to happen.
And I will not.
I love that, that I thought I was going to get money out of that. Did you guys, so the Ryder Cup, did you guys hear the guy who made an $8 bet? Now, with the Ryder Cup, when you play, you can play your opponent. You can either win, lose, or tie your opponent. Match play or whatever that they're playing.
It's actually called a draw.
Draw. It's a win, lose, or draw. Okay? Either way, a guy put an $8 bet, picked in order the top 10, and if they won, lost, or drew, tied, and he picked the correct ties. Guess how much he won with an $8 bet, picking that correct order and all the correct outcomes.
So that's a parlay.
It's parlay.
Just helping people out if they didn't know.
Yeah, it's a stacked bet.
He had all 10 correct.
All 10 correct, and even got the 2 ties.
80,000.
$8 bet.
80,000.
142,000.
$964,000.
Wow,
that's insane. That's like 100,000 to 1 odds. That's like a 120, 110. I don't know. Massive amount. So
that's a lot of money on an $8 bet.
Tons of money.
Yeah,
tons of fun. Do you guys sports bet at all? It's coming to Washington. In fact, there's 6 locations right now that you can go sport bet right now.
So myself, probably 10 years ago, when it wasn't legal in the state, we went onto some sites and did a little bit of sports betting, and I always did parlays just because the payoff's ridiculous. And I got super close on a college NFL parlay. It was like 16-team parlay. And I was the Sunday night game away from getting it right. And I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. and the person that we were doing it with probably didn't want to be named on here, but
Right. No one wants to be named on here.
Yeah, but
The show that mentions no names.
This person had called me up right before the Sunday night game, just like freaking out, like it was like a big deal, and then it became not a big deal because it didn't happen.
Very fast.
yeah,
Very fast.
It's like all or nothing.
One of my favorite memories. We'll get to you in a second, Corey. I think it was you that asked me. Might have been you and Joey, or maybe it might have been you and Shane. I think you were there, like you were the muscle. The other person walked up, and then you just stood behind him and just cracked some knuckles and just stared at me.
Were you collecting for people?
That could have been.
You know why they call me Bones? Because I break them. So it was I had like... what?
I just like, you see that intimidating ginger back there? I'm going to bring him over here if you don't give me my $20.
See that leprechaun back there?
It worked.
Craig's just wiping his glasses off on his shirt. You need me?
Yeah. Anyway, it was the college football pick'em. It was right before Christmas break, where or not even like way before Christmas break actually, but it was all the college bowl games, and I won the whole pot. It was like Marty Merrill's, or it was somebody's, or maybe Scott Jackson's. It was somebody's that was putting it on, and they just were just trying to like get other yahoos in there. And I didn't follow it. Like, I didn't follow the football games. I didn't even know that I won. Like, I was just walking through the hallway, and someone pulled me aside and said, "Hey, you won. Here's your $240 or whatever it was." They could have kept that. I had no clue. So, you know what? Integrity runs deep.
Note to self: screwed up 25 years ago.
Craig could have collected $240.
Go back in time. You know what? Let's talk about that. Well, Corey, do you sport bet?
Not like that. With people, I make a lot of bets that I probably shouldn't make. And if it becomes legal in Washington online, I probably will do a little more than I should. And I also learned that you can do the fantasy football Vegas thing online now. They let you draft online.
Yeah.
And I'd probably end up doing that
Weekly.
And there's a lot of stuff I'd probably do because there's
just be in debt, working 4 jobs. I gotta pay
unless I won
that one time
to pay it all out.
Yeah.
All it takes if you win DraftKings, isn't it like 1 million?
Yeah, but
that's like the perfect lineup, isn't it?
I don't think
so. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's all it takes. So you'll be into it.
I think I'll join something. Especially, there's a lot of fantasy football stuff I've never been able to do because you can't get payouts here.
Yeah. Oh, so you're talking about full-on fantasy football.
There's a lot of stuff. It's not legal to join their leagues. They tell you Washington is not allowed on a lot. Of their stuff.
Yeah,
most of their sites,
right.
So.
I mean, I used to play Poker Kings and what was the other one? Or the bet. Anyway, a bunch of online poker. I had no clue that it wasn't allowed in.
How'd you get your payouts?
Because it was still, I mean, you just loaded it onto your card. It was never big enough to where I was going to do anything. In fact, I remember I won my first, it's called a 10-cent buy-in. It was with 1,000 people. I think I won I won the whole thing. I won like $17 and I was like, yes. And then
How long did it take to win?
That was a 3-hour grind.
For $17.
Just grinding it out. But there was one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the big Sunday buy-in. It's like a $50 buy-in. And I was crushing. And I was like, and this payout would have been several $1,000s. And I got a full house and the guy went all in and my internet lagged and I couldn't reconnect. And at that point I was like, well, and then I lost that pot. It would have brought me so far. I ended up losing, but I was like, yes, I'm going to get in the money.
I always thought a lot about doing that because there was a while we played poker a lot. And like most people, I thought I got really good at it. And I was like, oh, I'll just go online and do it. And then in my mind, I was like, I can just buy like one of those like reloadable like prepaid Visa type
that's what you use.
They couldn't tell where I was from anyway, and then try to have them reload that, and I just never went down
the
that
green
road.
dots. They called them green dots because they had green. Yeah, that's what I used.
So yeah, I don't think I'd ever be online poker. Like I feel like I've played enough, and I actually feel like I'm pretty decent at playing cards.
Yeah,
I play
people.
Yeah,
and I act either one way or another, or annoying or not annoying. And you can't
don't
that.
act.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
You can't do that on a computer.
Yes, you can.
I don't want to have to type.
Travis goes back to his old Yahoo chat room days. He's like, I can be annoying with the type.
No.
So we used to have that. My buddy Adam Post, we do mention names on this podcast. He would play, and I knew his gamer tag, and he knew mine, and we would go and report each other for comments. And in fact, we would try and search and find, like, we'd go. I knew the type of games he would play, and I would go to see if there's in the listing where he might be at. Once I'd find his table, I would, because you could watch people play. It was so much fun to just like report, and it would pop up and go in red lettering. It would say, "Excuse us, players. Give us a moment to review the chat." So then we just throw that in there now every time we're playing fantasy football. And if someone starts going off and cussing, then one of us will jump in there, and it just makes us laugh. No one else knows what we're talking about. And those are the best jokes, when it's just like when you throw it out there for like maybe two people in the text chain. But in fact, that's what I wanted to talk about. Text chains.
Yes.
Okay, let's do
You
it.
say it 3 times if something happened.
Yeah. Poof. You're added to one.
I'm out. Thank you.
How big is your largest text chain? And then also, how far do you think that text chain dates back?
I don't really think I have that. Most of the text chains I get involved in are like fantasy football wise, but usually there's like somebody starts it, and then you got to go. If you're gonna start one, you have to like put people in, so it's different people. Or so I don't think I actually have one that goes.
We don't have like a set group that's gone on for years.
No.
We've got one that goes on for years, and then every once in a while, someone, like you said, will start one, and then someone will fall off, and then that one becomes the new one, and someone's fallen off because there was a point where you can only do 10 for some of the phones, and you're like just hoping you're not the one that got left off because you know you're not getting back in on that one.
Usually it's about like 16, 17 messages, and it dies with pictures, because that's usually what we end up sending back and forth at a certain point.
Wow, you guys just know how to text chain kill each other.
I only talk in GIFs.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
If I can't say it in a GIF, I just
Then don't say
answer.
anything at all. You should just make a black, like, blank GIF, and that's what you like. That's you just replying with nothing. But we got a text chain, a few of us, man, that go way back, and the interesting text chains as well. And I want the listeners to. I want feedback here. But so if you have stories about text chains, in fact, I'm going to have some questions about your guys's. Again, speaking. You're not speaking unless spoken to. You're our guest, but I'll read what you guys send me. But the text chains, it's like years of just messages. And I realized something because my wife is on text chain, girlfriend group. Their text chains are way different than dudes' text chains. Like, it's insane. So I want to hear. So this is for.
Did you go read through her text?
Yeah.
Well, there was a point where we were talking about something because she was reading it to me, and I'm like, "Where are you getting this information?" And she's like, "Oh, the text chain, or the girl's text chain." I'm like, "This is what you guys." Like, ours talks about, like, it might start out with like, "Yeah, I heard about there's a new mask mandate," and then people have like maybe one comment, and then it's like, "Oh man, I took a huge shit today." And the girls are like, "So I heard about," and it's just like they're trying to solve world's problems. It's not even gossips about them, and it's not even gossiping about their husbands. Like it's straight up like. Did you hear what happened on the Today Show with Hoda and? Why would I even know that?
I
Travis?
don't think we've ever been in a text chain that was actually like serious.
Yeah, no, it's serious. It's constant seriousness. Maybe a couple jokes here and there, but mostly serious.
Yeah, if we have that
Text chains
conversation,
are not for serious.
yeah, if we have that conversation,
things.
it's in person in a garage.
Because you don't want it to come
It's
back.
part of garage night.
'Cause you don't want it to come back.
Yeah, there's no evidence.
No evidence. Can't write it down. Can't read it. Well, I thought you guys would have a whole lot more. Let's see. What is this?
Text chains?
I don't text a lot.
I don't even know if any of the texts that I have go back that far.
Yeah, I'm already.
I don't have anything past this year.
Do you guys react? Are you guys reactors
No,
to text chains?
no.
What do you mean react?
Like through the faces.
Like the ha or the
If
dislike or the like?
if I was gonna say ha ha, I'd find somebody laughing.
I thought text chains was gonna be a hot button thing. I thought you guys were gonna be like, "Oh yeah, did this happen?" And I mean, there's some things that
16?
we can't share on.
No, if you talk about Facebook Messenger chains, oh, watch out.
So are you guys telling?
Or the Snapchat?
Snap it.
Are you guys
Hey, you guys on Snap It?
Snap Talk?
Snap It is a ginger only app.
Wow, Corey is coming at you hard right now.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's Thunder from down under.
I'm sorry, did the table
Where?
move?
So are you guys? Is our text chain probably the longest running text chain of your guys' life right
I
now?
delete it every time. I don't want to see your name pop up.
You're so stupid. All right. Well, that was a dud. I thought that was going to be a huge one. This one, I'm now very scared.
Maybe it will be. Maybe you're going to get so many responses.
I would love some of you guys to be like, "Well, stupid gif."
I hope that's all you get back.
I would. You know what would be great is if one episode it's just you and me talking, and then Craig he just
Messages
tells
in.
you what the gif he would choose to react at that moment, and then he just goes, yeah, Ric Flair woo emoji or gif.
Christopher Walken shaking his head.
A close nod to Jack Nicholson. Oh man, you guys know the gifs I'm talking about
Yes,
too.
I do.
Yeah.
I try not to use the same one. I try to be unique.
Do you do one? Do you stick with one where?
I don't want to use the same one.
He does like his own Survivor, where if he uses the same one, he's just done.
Survivor gifting.
I try to remember like who I sent what to.
Yeah,
It's
So
so much work.
I don't want to repeat it.
gotcha.
I think there's a limit.
Do you reply to Carrie in the same way?
Yes. And my kids.
Do they get upset or they laugh?
Sometimes.
Do they reply with gifts?
My
or
kids do. Carrie, not so much. She will every once in a while.
I do. Sometimes that's all our conversations are.
Yeah.
and then you guys sit there and just crack each other up while you guys find another gift to react to the other gift.
Dude, sometimes it gets hard. Like, so then I gotta say something, like add a GIF in that I wouldn't normally say, just to make it sense to get to the GIF I want.
No, I like that we call it gifts. You don't call it
Nope,
gifs.
nope.
No.
GIF.
Because he gifts them to people.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just listening to me.
Oh my gosh. I have a friend in one of our text chains that had horrible service where he was working at, and he sent the same. Who's the not Peter Parker, but who's the editor? Who's the for Spider-Man? Who's like the guy with the mustache? You know, talking about Spider-Man movies. Who's that guy? You know the guy?
Yeah.
Crew cut.
Yeah, I know what you're
Great.
talking about.
He like laughs. Like throws his head back and laughs. You may have seen that gif where he just laughs really hard. Well, he had bad reception, and we counted it later to everybody 36 times. All he did was press it once, and it just hit a loop where he had bad service, and he sent it 36 times, and he had no clue. So we were like, okay, sorry, okay, he sent a second one. Then, okay, a third one. By like the 15th, we're like, what is he doing? 16. Finally, someone had to call him and go, reset your phone. And
would be Craig on purpose.
he had absolutely no clue. You would do that?
If I send a GIF that is a response and I expect a response back,
You'll keep sending
I'll
it?
send it again. Or I'll find a GIF that says something like, there is a over. I use that GIF a lot if somebody doesn't answer me back, and I think they should.
Oh, I got you. Over? Gotcha. Or when someone's late to the podcast room.
Yeah.
You exhausted a lot of those.
There's a lot, though.
We were just having a competition back and forth,
Finding
ones to send to you.
Craig the gifter. Anybody respond to you about your first presidential enacting prostitution legalized? Did anyone respond to you?
I'm
about
assuming
that?
everybody thought it was a great idea because nobody responded to it.
Yeah, you weren't impeached immediately.
No.
That's life lesson for everybody. If somebody doesn't respond to you, they automatically think it's a good idea.
They automatically agree with you. There is no indifference.
Yes.
We had me and Jamie had to talk about that because I could get her to laugh, but so when she laughs, I think that she's like it's okay. She's okay with the joking or okay with the conversation until I find out down the road that no, she was not happy with any of that. It was funny, but she hated every moment of it. And so we need to have I said we got to have a safe word. We got to do something where you're just like piggy bank, where it's like, okay, I know to stop.
She hated every moment of that conversation, or are you talking about it?
Well, there's things that I've shared on air where she's like, why would you share that? And I'm like, you're laughing when I share it with, and she's like, yeah, but you need to stop doing that. Are kids outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Has Carrie gotten upset with you about sharing anything yet? You can share that now.
I think sometimes she'll say why.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's got upset. I mean, most of the stuff that I'll say on here, actually all the stuff I would say on here, I would say
in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, is what it is.
Right. Yeah. Corey, what's the relationship status? Are you a single guy?
No.
Are you a taken man?
Yes.
Exclusive?
Yes.
Did you have to hit the dating websites to find this one?
No, I told you I work with her.
Okay, we talked about this already? I can't remember.
We did.
When are we going to meet this lady?
You?
Yeah. Are we going to do a Full Buddy Friday where she comes out and I get to meet her?
I don't know. I don't know if I want that to happen.
I should probably meet her first.
Yeah.
You haven't met her yet?
No.
What is going on? How long have you guys been together?
A couple months.
You haven't met her yet?
I guess, he's ashamed of me.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
How come people aren't meeting her yet?
I haven't gone down that road yet.
It's been months.
Well, not like the way I'm not going to go into details, but it's not like months and months ago we were like, yeah, everything's all in right now. Like we got to this point.
Are you at the all in point yet?
Obviously we're together. Yeah.
So then now can she start going to family functions and meet people or no?
I already talked about him about when we were going to have her come over there.
When's that?
We're trying to schedule it.
Craig said no.
Did he say no in a GIF?
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
It was just
It was a why.
It was like the one time I seriously typed something out. I'm like, hey man, want to come over, have her meet you, and that's all he sent back was just a gift of a head shaking. Like, nope.
No. I believe this.
You should.
Or somebody farting and leaving and like waving the fart away.
No, it's coming.
All right, good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Can we bring her on as a guest at some point?
Maybe. If she
Good.
agrees to it.
Let's do it. Then we can just really...
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if once she meets you, if she's going to want to come in here.
Does she... Yeah, that's true. Does she...
We don't want to. We still do.
Does she want...
There's a ping pong table, so that's why I come here.
Is she okay with fantasy football and all that? Like she watches it
Yeah,
too?
she's a huge college football fan.
Yeah.
She's a huge Alabama fan. She watches she's probably a bigger Alabama fan than I am a Colts fan.
That's insane.
So
Did she go to Alabama or
no
parents or
Hey,
anything?
what week did you get put out of the Survivor?
We already talked about this. Week 1.
Who won week 1?
Oh, the contest there? Yeah, she won the money that She won Matt's pick in week 1. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So she destroyed you that
She
week.
crushed me that week.
Yeah, and I got reminded of it.
Did you get kicked out too?
She's like, did you win week 1? I'm like, no. She's like, oh, that's right, I did.
She just knows what Alabama players play where.
Yeah, she talked how Tua sucks. She doesn't like Tua. She knows the Alabama guys.
Wow.
Loves Saban.
Saban's a good coach.
And
are you just regurgitating that?
No,
I
actually really like.
Do you want
Saban's
to? You
coach.
can say something to her. She actually listens to this.
I don't even know her name.
Her name's Katie.
Katie, what up?
Good job. You said hi to her.
Hey, what up, girl?
You met her. Yeah, now you met her. She doesn't want to meet you.
Yeah, now she's done.
Hey, Katie, what's going on? It's Travis. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure's all mine.
There's a lot of Katies that listen to this, so it could be all of them.
Yeah. You know what? I might just personalize an episode at some point. I had a personalized tape player or cassette tape when I was a kid. That was
that
like,
voice?
No, it was like a
Hey,
Travis,
this Travis.
you're
yeah. It was like
you have friends.
happy birthday, Travis. You know, it's like they personalized
Was it
it.
a Teddy Ruxpin?
It was kind of like that. Happy
Travis,
birthday.
people like you. Today will be a good day.
So anyway, I think I might personalize. I thought about this. This is another $1 million idea. I think this would be really good. No one's tapped into it yet. Now, video is the big thing, right? And before that was magazines was a big thing, and like newspapers was a big thing, and then and then radio before that. But now we're getting back to the loop of like, well, radio is back turning into a thing again with the podcasting and listening to music, streaming music. So radio's coming back.
And calligraphy.
And calligraphy.
Shout out Mrs. Hughes.
Well, I was like, what if I found some girl with the audio equipment that I had who just had a very sexy voice? It's a super sexy voice. And there's freaks out there. There's dudes out there that would probably pay money for her for like 5 minutes. Like, here, $50. Here's 5 minutes, $50. And she just goes, hey, Steve. Oh, you look good today. Mind if I... And then just go into some...
You're trying to
Why don't you just do it yourself?
Yeah.
Well, I can't. My voice sucks. I got to have
Oh, right there. That was perfect.
Are you-
If I was Steve, I'd be like, oh!
Let's test it out.
Was that Pirate Steve there? Oh,
It was Italian Steve.
oh, you're trying to take over the old like 80s 1-800 market?
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think if we had a female that would go on here and say, I'm slowly unclasping my brassiere.
And then in the middle of it's just a commercial content.
Just lost it
Full
right
buddy
there.
cast coming to you, brought to you. Go down to Mazatlan.
No, it wouldn't be an actual. It would be something that they purchase and we would email to them and they would keep it.
Oh.
Full boner cast. And then yeah,
I think you just need to do a demo.
it would be like Cameo, but it would be audio.
What if you did that?
Yeah, but I wouldn't do Cameo. I would do,
What if you did Cameo?
no one would pay. I would be, it would be funny.
Hey guys, this is Travis
this-
for Cameo.
This is what
You want me to take this sweatshirt off?
no, the Cameo's different. Cameo's not a cam. It's Cameo's what you get a celebrity to tell you happy birthday and stuff like that.
You're an Edom Claw celebrity now.
I am, but
They're
here's
gonna
what
they're
would
gonna wanna
happen.
Film it.
No one would pay, so I'd have to drop.
Just start it low.
I'd
Dollar.
start, and then it would be this. You got to read this, and it'd be like, this dollar for this week. This is from Craig. Hey, Craig Bentley. You're cool. You're the awesomest guy in the world, and I suck dick. I suck a lot of dick. Dicks are always in my mouth, and I'm always sucking all these dicks. Thanks for your dollar.
Hey,
Somebody please record that. Send it back.
do you know what I'm hearing right now is that you can't get over your own ego and pride to make $1.
There's starving people in this world, Travis. No, I mean I would do a cameo, but then you gotta say what I have to tell them. I'm not doing that.
They're paying you. Why wouldn't
You know, it
You know
would-
what? I'm surprised that your
Cameo's a-
Patreons haven't revolted and made you say stuff because they're giving you money.
In the description, I get to read whatever. If you hit a certain tier, I get to read whatever you want. You can go read it. Go to that tier. You choose that for the month. I receive your money. then you send me what you want to say. If you want me to promote a business, you want to but people are going to say, this Travis Kenny, thanks, Holly, I suck dicks. Travis Kenny sucks dicks.
They paid for it?
And I would read it.
Then send stuff in if you paid.
He paid for it also.
Yeah. Yeah.
After?
Yeah. So here's another topic as we're moving on.
Did you pull that out of the deck?
No, there's no deck here.
Oh, I thought we were doing the random questions.
No, we're 30 minutes in, believe it or not,
Oh.
and we
Was
Wow.
that
These
far
are
already?
just going by.
Were you
Yeah.
talking the whole time?
No.
I couldn't even tell.
Back in time. I watched Back to the Future and the flight down to Vegas. It was the perfect time because it's like an hour and 59 minutes, almost the exact same time as a flight is from Seattle to Vegas. Back in time. I don't want you to go back in time to like warn yourself about not getting in a relationship or not taking a job or not like. I want you to go back or even saving a life. Now to save a life. Like if you watch someone die and you could have saved them, you can't. That's not the answer to this. Okay.
I wouldn't have anyway.
Okay, good. I need you to do in your own personal life. If you go back in time, what frivolous, stupid thing would you like warn yourself about or like try to change? It's got to be super stupid.
Super stupid.
Super stupid.
Super.
I would tell myself to be part of Abbey Road and Bitcoin.
How is that stupid?
That's not. Do we not just? You got to be like,
I would make myself really rich. That's stupid, right, guys?
no. I'm talking. You need to go back in time and say, hey, there later today, someone's gonna pants you at school. Just be warned that you might get pants today. Like it's got to be frivolous. It's got to be stupid.
I would go back and I'd warn myself how filming the Jackass videos we used to film, how much they were actually going to hurt when
You used to film Jackass videos?
we did them for
They
Spanish class.
told you do not try this at home.
We did it for Spanish class. I remember jumping out of at the library. They had the trees you could climb and the bushes down below, and I jumped out of
Oh,
the trees
ouch.
into the bushes. And the bush they were
Ouch.
a lot. It wasn't
Yes.
bushy. They were
No,
yeah,
they're just pruned down to like
yeah.
deadly stakes
that
of.
that really hurt. So yeah, stuff like that.
Is there a minimum time you have to go back?
No, you just go back.
I'd go back a year and a half ago and warn myself not to do this shit.
Yeah, no. That I saw that joke coming a mile
That
away.
was stupid.
Craig is so.
Are you running into yourself though?
Craig
Like
is-
would Craig like walk into himself and be like, "No, don't go in there,"
like
because then I would get warned too. So that's
Yeah.
a 2 for 1.
Yeah, and and the funny thing is that you guys are probably thinking like I'm going to murder you. Like, why the heck did former me tell warn? Like, you think it's super important, and in fact, you go back and you're like, you go back to your high school buddy and yourself, and you go, hey, listen to me. You're going to make a lot of decisions in your life, but I need to warn you about what is it? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? You're going to want to make a Jackass video for your French class or whatever the frick
Make
it was.
sure you wear padded clothing. I'm not saying don't jump out of the tree. Just prepare yourself for what you're going to hit.
Any other words of wisdom? No,
No.
That is it. That's the worst decision you'll make in your entire life.
Don't jump out in just jeans and Doc Martens. Pad yourself up.
Yeah. But you don't have one other than this stupid
No.
show.
No.
I got one for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Get a text chain longer than with 10 people. I don't know.
Go
That-
back in time and start one.
That's exactly why I would choose this show.
I feel like what's a frivolous thing that you would you warn yourself if you would go back in time? Because did you like the nickname Bones?
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Was there something that you didn't like about it?
Twofold. I kind of liked it, but I kind of didn't like it that a lot of people didn't even know what my real name was.
Oh,
Like, just didn't even know who I really was.
Yeah, there was people. I remember he graduated, and then I was there as a freshman, and they were like, "Oh, Bones Junior," and I'm like, "What? No."
I like the Bone Juniors.
I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Would you change if you could go back? Would you say don't carve that?
No, I'd do it. It was fun. It was a good.
You'd stick with it.
Oh yeah,
Stick with it.
it was good.
He would just tell people his real name at the same
Plus,
time.
it got to a point where there was some sophomores that were actually, I think, legit scared of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that helped.
That you
Well,
were going to eat them.
Fantasy football.
Well, not necessarily that, but
Fantasy football back in time. What was there? Was there a major thing that you've done that you were like, I wish I would have started this player?
I wish I would not take in Matt Leinart ever.
I really want a lefty to be so good. Cade McNown. I think we talked about this before, but it still upsets me that he wasn't the next Steve Young. There needs to be a lefty that shows up and is actually good because so far it's been horrible.
Was there a championship game that you could have started somebody instead that you would go warn yourself about, or was there?
I would go back and congratulate myself for picking up Todd Heap when the guy dropped him in the championship game and winning the championship because of it. I would just shake my hand and be like, good move, sir.
I want to say,
or was there a trade?
Oh yeah, I want to say it was 3 years ago, maybe 4. I'm not sure. I had an opportunity coming down almost to the playoffs to trade for McCaffrey, and it was a stupid thing. I didn't get it done. I tried to.
Yeah, it was after the trade deadline. Commissioner says no.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes,
Wow.
and I ended up would have won the championship. You look ahead,
Right.
or look
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Would have won the championship, and he would have been a keeper for the following year.
You just
And I didn't get it done.
you duffed it.
You had weeks to pull the trigger. That's not my fault.
You'd be a good person to have on to explain at customer service. That most customer service people just need to learn how to explain. Like, sorry, you got screwed, and you're gonna stay screwed.
When I was working in customer service, a lot of people would get mad because I don't have a reaction one way or the other. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I didn't go either way. I was like, all right, I'll fix it for you. And they're like, well, what about an apology? I'm like, for what? I'm fixing it for you.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the end of the world. Like,
Yeah.
because your cake didn't get in your car doesn't mean that the world's ending and everything's getting bombed. Like, it's cake.
Cake.
I'll get you one.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good, pal.
Yeah.
When I was working at a store, I didn't want to tell you the store, but I was working at a store, and the gas was bad. Like, they got a bad, I don't know if you guys remember this, it was all over the news. There was like too much water, or water got leaked into this gas that got in gas tanks that they then came and dumped into the fuel stations of these places. And I had no clue. No one had any clue. So I got a phone call when it first happened. Like, this was, I was there ground zero when it all happened. I was the closing supervisor, and someone called and said, hey, my car broke down. Like, you guys got bad gas or something, because I just filled up. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, it sounds like probably something else. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Someone else called in. Our gas, I don't know, gotta call a tow truck. Not my problem, kind of a thing. Sorry, pal. And then it was just like, we got corporate called us, and like, Como's gonna call you, King 5's gonna call you. You can't talk to anyone. Like, they got bad gas, and this is a big story right now. And go shut down the fuel station. So I had to go out there with yellow tape. In fact, I'm on the news, the 9 or 11 o'clock news. Me and a couple others just roping off the fuel station in my white shirt and tie.
Oh, that's where you could have went back in time and wore your full buddy cast shirt.
There you go.
Nailed it. Start the podcast. They're like, what's a podcast?
Their minds are blown because there's two of you, one roping off and the other one running in with a full buddy shirt. Hey, tell them about full buddy cast.
Wait, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like, I just go show up to stand around in my full buddy cast shirt. That's hilarious. That's a good move. That's a great move. All right, well, it's that time of the episode where we don't do push-ups because I've already done them today, and I got a board up there now.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm not doing
He's
push-ups.
lying to you.
My arms are dead. We got recorded 2 today. I'm only good for 1 set.
I'd like a refund.
I've got my aerobics weights next to me, the padded ones, and I'm just going to just do curls the whole time.
Those are 2 pounds.
Yeah, those are fine by me.
If you run out of breath,
I'm always running out of breath. I have too much breath. All right, when this was recorded, these were the Patreons. We appreciate them all. Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Eric Madrid, Adam Kenny Art, Casey Scott, Seth Loop, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Ira Potter, Anon Aber, Shekinah Sarver, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Travis Johnson, and James Roberts. Jamie Roberts. He won't be undersold. I wonder if he's never heard that one before. It's like a good one. It was really good. Real funny. Anyway, I want to give a shout out. We had a while, like a couple weeks back to start my vacation. Shout out to Mazatlan. Went out to Mazatlan. It was just going to be me and Jamie on a little dinner date. We run into Susan Ferguson. Oh no, Desi was going to join us too. So then Desi joined us. Shout out Desi. So then we see Susan. We move out. They got a new fire pit out there at Mazatlan that you can sit around, gas fireplace, and eat. And really nice area now. And it had, at that point, then I think Shekinah texted me and Veronica texted me, and I'm like, yeah, come on out if you guys are in town. Like, what are you doing tonight? And then we ran into these 3 other guys that were just buying me peppermint schnapps shots, which is like downing like scope. It's like, this is too much. And I think we had, I'm going around the table. I want to say maybe someone else joined us, maybe not. Anyway, obviously Andy did. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Turned into like a little full body cast night. Pretty cool. Next time I'll invite you guys. Sorry. And I can meet Katie. Shout out to Katie. Corey.
She refuses to go now.
Corey, what's yours?
She's heard your stories.
All of them. Not good.
What do I have for a shout out? You go. I don't have one yet.
I will give a shout out to an anonymous person that I don't know his name. It was somebody that I just got a kind of a used set of irons kind of given to me, and it was missing a 9-iron.
Oh, no.
And I found a used 9-iron to complete the set on eBay.
Was it the same?
Same exact.
Wow.
Perfect. I mean, it's a perfect match. And I bought it on eBay. The guy lives in Puyallup, I found out. And he was playing Enumclaw last weekend, and he dropped it by my house, so I didn't have to pay for shipping.
Shout out to that
Shout
guy.
out to nice guy.
So
Wow.
that was pretty cool. I don't know his name, but
Missed
shout out to him.
connection.
Yes.
Craigslist.
I am going to shout out Mariano Rivero. Are you still listening?
If you are,
Get a
blink
hold of
twice.
us and let us know how college is going and how our cards are worth right now. I'd like to know how much money I've made.
let us know if you guys want us to come over and party with you.
Yeah. Party hard. Have a full body cast live recording in your apartment.
Where's he going to school at?
He's over at WSU.
BYU. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Enjoy your lives. Enjoy your weekends. And we'll be doing some full body cast, full body Fridays. I've been on vacation, so I need to kind of look at my calendar and see what we're doing. I know we want to do a live here with you guys for Sean at Cole Street. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Start doing that. So anyway, check in. Keep checking the full body cast page. We'll make announcements and all that. And anyway, have a great week. Take care.
Goodbye.
Hello.